Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy coming back at you with the 10-year anniversary video, bro. That's right. I've been on YouTube since 2013, and now it has been 10 years, and I've been waiting for this moment for about 5 years now because I'm getting old. I'm getting really old. Let's take you through a quick timeline and a very abridged timeline as well. I literally started off my YouTube channel with a few videos. I was very into Halo back then and still am today, but I made Halo flood transformation videos because I thought those were very popular, and I was not wrong for the time being, especially some of them got pretty hefty amount of views. So that was cool. That was cool to experience all those in my life. And one thing to note is that, my goodness, the Slender Man was such a big thing back in 2013. I literally made a Slender Man stick pivot video. I had no idea why, but I just did anyways. And yeah, I made that. And that was a pretty big milestone. I think it's still the highest viewed video on my channel, which is kind of ironic considering that was a shitpost video. So I have no idea what to make about that. Aside from that, in 2014, I moved on to making rant videos. I was very into rant videos. Back in the day of YouTube, you could literally just get away with anything. You can get away with a lot of things. And YouTube was a very free-form platform back in the day because it wasn't viewed as anything significant. But as you know, times have changed and a lot of things have definitely been restricted on YouTube. So, and a good amount of them are for a good reason. But again, YouTube was a lot less regulated back in 2014, 2015 area. 2015, I still made rant videos, and I actually got myself my first microphone, which was the Blue Snowball, which I would use for a very long time up until last year, where I got myself a nice Shure microphone. So as for 2014, obviously once I got the Snowball, I was sticking to that for about a year up until 2015. Towards the mid 2015, I got my first game capture card for the first time ever. And once I knew about game capture cards, I ended up buying one, and from that I literally got myself the Elgato game capture card back in the day, which unfortunately nowadays is a very janky system. After I think it was 2015 I got it. For me, being in a high school, being a high schooler and not really having any money and spending $140 for a game capture card was literally the craziest buy I ever had. It was intense. And of course, getting my microphone was $100 back then, and I think it is still today, but they've released a new Blue Snowball, which is called the Snowball Ice, which is a little more scuffed than the Blue Snowball. I was so happy. And still to this day, I still use it. I mean, I haven't used it in 5 or 6 months because there was a lot more issues, which I will get into about. That's the jankiness right there. I literally have to put a twist tie onto my game capture card, and then I have to have it pulled right there. I gotta put lighting. Hold on. So I used my parents' family camera to just record on it, and then I would delete the video track out of there, and I would go ahead and use the audio and put whatever gameplay footage. That was literally how janky my system was back then.
Well, Ali is known for making all these Call of Duty videos. His videos feel like he doesn't even want to play it. It feels like there's a force.
Cannot forget. But I did change a lot of things after that, especially after 2014, 2015. I moved from gaming channel-ish to a commentary. I mean, most of my most of my channel even then was more commentary, but I did some gaming videos that did not really last too well, but nowadays they're really old, and yeah.
We lost that round, but it's not over yet. Get ready for the next one.
One thing to note though is that in 2016, I did kind of depart a little bit from my channel. There's a lot of things. I mean, obviously, I kind of moved on into the world, and then like literally some stuff happened in my life. It was like, oh shit, you know, I don't want to be making videos anymore. And there was a lot of reassessment that I did of myself. Like I did a lot of a big self-reflection, and honestly, I think that was for the best. I mean, honestly, the content would definitely change from then. I would go from a freaking 2012 sort of ranter guy that literally was just talking out of their ass to now a professional guy who's talking out of their ass. One thing for sure is that I did make a strive to change my content on YouTube, which I ended up doing. Back in 2016, late 2016, while my hiatus was on full swing, I got into GTA 5, and then I got into making a lot of GTA 5, but the only problems was my limitations at the time. See, back in the day, I've only had a laptop up until 2019. All right. So I had this 2012 laptop to use, and literally it was not suitable for a long time. So once 2017 rolled around, I still maintained my same use of using the laptop, the capture card, and whatever I could get my hands on to record videos. And I would actually upload a pretty big banger of a video, apparently, which was me finding, like, I ended up figuring out that there was a secret apartment in GTA 5 story mode, which I ended up uploading onto YouTube, and you can still view to this day, which probably has, I think, the most viewed videos on my channel, but I could be wrong. But it was the most engaging video out of all because there was actual people talking about it, and it was so fun. But as 2017 rolled around, I ended up getting into MapleStory, which was the MMO that I really liked a lot when I was back in 2008, 2009, when I was just a kid, and I got really back into it again. And for that, 2018 will roll around, and I would still be making some MapleStory content, or I would actually kickstart my MapleStory content. And then from 2019 is when a big change in my life happened. I got my computer, which you cannot see right here, but it has been there since 2019. All right, I've changed the parts out. Of course, I had to gut it and put new parts into it. But one thing for sure is that this computer changed a lot of what I did as making content on YouTube. You see, when I was using my laptop, the limitations of that was already there. All right, it was a laptop, the workspace wasn't good, so I didn't really have much motivation to make YouTube videos. So one thing for sure is I ended up changing into an actual PC setup, and although I underutilized a lot of my PC's capabilities, I still use the heck out of it. So once I installed all the Adobe apps and essentially all the stuff that I needed, I took my freaking content to full swing after that. And I think honestly from that point, my content in terms of editing and all that has definitely improved since then. Here in Santa Monica Pier, I'm just kidding. We're here in what is it, Hollywood, right?
I don't remember what any place is called.
Man, we gotta go. How do you feel about LA again?
It got worse. And the Maple Fest day, that was pretty chill and okay, but we ran into a bunch of problems today.
This kid ate a bunch of chicken teriyaki and just couldn't even digest it.
Yeah, my stomach was too weak and small.
As you can see, the time is almost 8 o'clock. Luckily it's summer, so it's not nighttime, but sad to see this city for the last time. Fuck. So once that rolled around, 2020 hit, and that's when the pandemic hit. And once that took place, I ended up changing my computer parts and to upgrading my computer a bit. 2021 rolls around, and I end up making a little more content than before, and I end up going, since the restrictions were kind of lifted after 2020, you could kind of go around after you could literally go out in the world a little more. And so I took advantage of that. And 2021 turned out to be a pretty good year. Although 2022 rolled around and some shit happened. But unfortunately, I did not make too much content that year. But I tried my best to make content towards the beginning of the year, which I did ended up following on a promise of video a week, which I wish to restore on this. But if anything, I will let you guys know. I'm going to try to be more consistent this year. But 2022 rolls around and my content takes a full swing upwards, in my opinion. In terms of video quality, like, it's gotten a lot better. In terms of me like recording things properly, it's gotten a lot better. And one thing to note is that when towards the end of 2022, which you will end up seeing in about a few weeks or so, hopefully, I recorded the LA vlogs with Vet Treks for Life. There was one I did, I think in 2021 or something like that. And that one was just like, okay, we just went there for one day. Like, we literally just went there for like literally an hour, and that was it. But with these vlogs, they're going to be a lot different. As you could already tell from the first one, or at least the 7 people who watched it, there are some changes into it. And although my confidence of filming a lot of things wasn't there, the next vlog that's going to come out will kind of put aim to those thoughts. And I gotta say, 2023 should be a good year. I really hope it is. But one thing for sure is that I hope to improve my content in any way, sort, shape, or form. And if you guys want to leave comments on the, like, I swear, dude, I read all those comments. Even if I don't respond to it, I read them all, because all like 3 of them. But like, the more you guys comment on these videos, dude, the more engaging I'll be. I shit you not. But anyways, 2022 is over, and now it is time for 2023 to get kicking full swing. And by making this video, I want to make a promise to myself to at least upload more consistently. How consistently, I do not know. Alright, I don't want to make a hard promise that I will upload a video a week and then upload like every 3 weeks or something. Like, I don't want to do that this year. I just want to say that I will try to upload more consistently. And that has been my goal for my YouTube channel for some time, and it still is. But there is one thing to tell, is that the next video, I'm going to be talking about that YouTube content or monetization policy change that literally does not affect me in any way, shape, or form. So we'll talk about that, because I definitely do want to talk about that one. That one's like a very spicy one on my end. Leave a like if you like the video, and of course, give me your thoughts. All right, I literally read those comments. Every comment I see on there, I'll read it and I'll give a good laugh at it, or I'll just like think of it. You know, you guys are not getting left behind, so don't worry. All right, take care, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.